As we thought about the next couple of weeks where we would not be able to have Bible studies, I decided that perhaps one of the things that we could do is have a little, almost a small Bible study on our Facebook page. But I wanted to do something fun and kind of different. And so every day we're going to have 5 trivia questions. And then at the end of the trivia questions, I will give you the scripture reference so that then you can go and read the scripture for yourself. And I hope that it'll be fun for us, but that you'll also learn something. So I decided today to start with Jericho. I want us to learn a little something about Jericho. I think this is a story most of us know. So I'm going to ask 5 questions. It's going to be multiple choice. I'm not going to give you much time to think of the answer, so we can go through this pretty quickly. But so the first thing that pops in your head, I want you to think of that as your answer. Question number 1 about Jericho. When Joshua came near Jericho, what did he see? A pillar of cloud. B, a vision of Moses. C, a massive army of Edomites. Or D, the commander of the Lord's heavenly host. What was it Joshua saw when he came near Jericho? The answer was D, the commander of the Lord's heavenly host. Hope you got that one right. Question 2. How many days did the Israelites march around Jericho one time? How many days did the Israelites march around Jericho one time? A, 6 days. B, 7 days. C, 5 days. Or D, 1 day. How many days did the Israelites march around Jericho one time? That would be 6, 7, 5, or 1. The correct answer was 6 days. For 6 days, they marched around Jericho just one time each day. Question 3. How many priests carried trumpets in front of the Ark of the Covenant? How many priests carried trumpets in front of the Ark of the Covenant? Answer A is 7, B, 10, C, 12, or D, 50. How many priests carried trumpets? 7, 10, 12, or 50? The correct answer is 7. 7 priests carried trumpets in front of the Ark of the Covenant. Question number 4. On the 7th day, how many times did the Israelites march around Jericho? So on the 7th day, how many times did they march around? A, 6 times. B, 7 times. C, 5 times. Or D, 1 time. On the 7th day, how many times did the Israelites march around Jericho? 6 times, 7, 5, or 1? The correct answer is 1. 1 time they marched around Jericho on the 7th day. And question number 5. Who was the one person in Jericho who would be saved along with her family? Who was the one person in Jericho who would be saved along with her family? A, Rachel. B, Rebecca. C, Rahab. Or D, Deborah. Who is the one person in Jericho who would be saved along with her family? Rachel, Rebecca, Rahab, or Deborah? The correct answer to number 5 is Rahab. Of course, Rahab helped the spies escape when they came in, and so Rahab and her family were saved when Jericho was destroyed. So today's scripture lesson came from Joshua chapter 5, beginning with verse 13, through chapter 6, verse 21. Joshua 5:13 through 6:21. If you want to read about Rahab and her story, you can read about her in Joshua 2, verses 1 through 24, Joshua chapter 2, verses 1 through 24, and also chapter 6, verses 22 to 27, and that will give you Rahab's story. As you think about how well Joshua listened to God's instructions while you're reading the scripture this week, I want you to think about that, how well he listened to God's instructions and then followed them. And I want you to think about how well do we listen to God and follow instructions. Hope you have a good day.